Hi, welcome to Got Questions? I'm Parker, friend and right-hand man to Dr. William DiPaolo. Will is an immunologist up at the University of Washington in Seattle. He studies the gut microbiome, specifically the bacteria that reside in the gut. And in addition to running his own laboratory, Will is the director of CMIST, the Center for Microbiome Sciences and Therapeutics. So, in the first season of our podcast, Will and I went through his background, how he got to study the gut microbiome, and then we looked at each of the projects that are currently going on in Will's lab. So, colorectal cancer, non alcoholic fatty liver disease, I don't know why I said it like that, NAFLD, and polyunsaturated fatty acids. Oh my gosh, fatty acids. I have to stop doing that. PUFAs. I should just say PUFAs. So in the next season, we are going to get into all of the biotics. So probiotics, prebiotics, symbiotics, and postbiotics, which are only just recently starting to show up in the news and social media. So Will is going to break down each of the biotics, briefly talk about those, and then we'll get into some more interesting discussion about how these biotics, how each of them are researched, but how that research is presented in the news and social media. Because I don't know about you, but I know that, I almost fell out of my chair. I know that when I'm scrolling through a news outlet, say like CNN or in my social media feed, I come across a lot of contradictory headlines. And because I have a little bit of background, having worked for Will for 5 years, but also doing my own research, not my own research, I was part of a project, but it was a fairly big metabolism project in Will's lab. So I have spent a couple of years in Will's lab at the bench. So with all of that, I do have a little bit of information to be able to look at headlines and read articles and understand a little bit, knowing that these headlines are often very misleading. So I think that'll lead to some fun discussion, and Will can break down those articles that are out there for the general public and make sense of them. Also, I will take a look at what's going on in the food and beverage industry and the beauty industry and bring things to Will, because there's a lot happening in both of those industries that are addressing probiotics. And sometimes I think that is just a little out of control. I think there's no FDA regulation on those things. And I often find that products are maybe positioning themselves and promising things in ways that I'm not sure they should be. And I'm curious to get Will's take on some of those products. And he'll break down the research maybe behind each of those as well. So I think that'll be a lot of fun next season. Please join us. If you've got questions for Will, please send me a comment in the comment section or email me at aparker@medicine.washington.edu or visit our website, yourgutquestions.com, and send us a note via the contact page. See ya.